glad you found this practice for when you've been standing too long. Just like sitting all day can be detrimental, standing on your feet all day without a break can also take a toll and make you less productive. Squatting like this can be really beneficial, not only for your toes, your fascia, your ankles, but also for your knees, your hips, and low back, especially if you're keeping your spine long. When I used to work on my feet all day, I learned that changing your socks off towards the end of the day can give you a little extra pep in your step. Personally, I like to massage my feet at the end of the day, either with my hands or a massage ball like this orange ball, even a tennis ball, a water bottle, or a little foam roller will work. Of course, if you've been hiking for several days or you run marathons and your feet are really sore, none of that's going to feel really good. But you know what will feel good? Putting your legs up. There's so many ways you can put your legs up. You can lie down and just elevate your legs. You could do legs up the wall, or like I'm going to do today, you could do legs on a chair. You want a surface, even if it's a table, that's about knee high. Mine's a little higher today because I'm going to lie down on a blanket. But you can also get something that's a little lower than knee height and then just put blankets on top. And then just like you're going to do legs up the wall, you sit so that the side of your hip is up against whatever you're going to use, and then you spin so your legs go up and your back comes down. You got an eye pillow or a sleep mask, you could put that on here, even a little towel. And then take a moment to relax. Get comfortable. Make sure your legs are in a position that's comfortable for your low back and hips, and your arms are in a position that's comfortable for your neck and shoulders. If you're doing legs up the wall, you want your bottom up against the surface. And then we just take a moment to be here. Take a moment to breathe here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep open mouth sigh. Deep breath in through your nose. Deep sigh out. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Notice the inhale. A little pause. And the exhale that starts the cycle all over again. Notice how your body reacts to the inhale and responds to the exhale. In ancient philosophies like yoga, like Buddhism, everything is a manifestation of energy. The descriptions might be different in the different systems, but it still comes down to the same general ideas. There is active energy, like your inhale. There is reflective or more passive energy, like your exhale. And then there is that transition in between. Just like our breath, our mind bodies have counterbalancing elements. You have that sympathetic nervous system that's like the inhale, like the accelerator, and the parasympathetic nervous system, like the exhale, like the brakes on an automobile. And then there is that moment in between. In yoga, we talk about gunas. You might be more familiar with the concept of yin-yang. In teaching about yin yoga, Michelle P.W. reminds us of the interdependency of these elements, stating, quote, "There never exists pure yin or pure yang. As separate elements, they exist together," end quote. You can see this if you look at a traditional Taji too, that Taji picture. One side white, one side black. But each side has that little dot of the other element. And again, you can see this in your breath. If you just notice how the inhale becomes the exhale, and the exhale becomes the inhale. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If you'd like to be guided into your next position, as you exhale, bend your knees so your feet come together like a prayer, knees open up like the pages of a book. In your sleeping butterfly, allow yourself to relax, release, and rest. You can continue to melt down here, just relaxing, releasing, resting, and breathing. Or as you inhale, you can bring your knees together. Exhale, roll over to your left side. And just take a moment to be here. Take a moment to breathe here. Notice how you feel here. And when you're ready, use the strength of your arms to press up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. Hands together at heart center. Take a moment to rub your palms together. Feel a heat, a little energy, a little awareness. And then bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And soak up that heat, that energy, that awareness. You can take your hands to any other part of your being, any other part of your body that needs a little extra heat or energy or awareness. And then shake out your hands, and we'll seal in the practice. You can bring your hands back together at heart center or switch which hand is at your heart, which hand is your belly. Take a deep breath in. Remember your intention. Deep breath out. Remember your dedication. And as you move through your day, remember to cultivate this level of awareness and relaxation. And that's the practice. This is my 4th offering for the 12th annual Kiss My Asana yogathon. Please like, share, and when you comment with kindness, please leave me a 7-word comment. And I'll see you next time.